morning, everyone. Just a few minutes before our live broadcast starts, I'm giving everybody some time to log on. If you haven't already done so, you might want to go ahead and get some comfy clothes. This is going to be a follow along yoga practice, and love to have you guys join in with us. So we're just waiting for everybody to get on, and while we're waiting, just make sure that you can find some comfy clothes, a nice space where you can practice along with me. All right, guys. Well, good morning. Welcome to Live from Extension. I'm Olivia Patchell. I am the Family and Consumer Science Extension Agent for Currituck and Camden counties. And as the Family and Consumer Science Extension Agent, I work to program in areas of health and wellness, nutrition, foods, food safety, and food preservation. So I'm also a certified yoga instructor. And today I'm going to lead us through just a really gentle flow with lots of modifications. So I hope that you will join us as we move through the flow. If at any time you want to take a break, you can just listen to your body. I have lots of modifications, so I'm hoping that you guys will flow along with me. You don't have to have a mat for today's practice. You can use a nice soft rug if you have one. A towel is perfect too. You just want to make sure that the floor is cushiony enough to not hurt your knees. All right, so before we get started with our practice, I do want to remind you guys of a few things. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And ring the bell so you get notifications when we go live or when we upload content. Also, if you're watching this live, if at any point you want to take a break and comment, you're more than welcome to, or at the end, if you want to make a few comments, you can. Also, if you like our content, make sure that you click that like button, and there is an evaluation link in the description so that you can let us know how we're doing and give us some ideas of content that you want to see. So that we can put that out for you guys. And I think that's all. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. And the very first thing in most yoga practices is a grounding exercise. So we'll go ahead and begin with a grounding exercise. And that's just coming to a kind of comfortable position. Seated is great. Laying down on your back in Shavasana or corpse pose is also fine. But what we just want to do is to be able to access the full extent of our diaphragm and then just begin these deep breaths. So whatever position is comfortable for your body, we'll get there. If you feel like you need a little bit more access to your diaphragm, a pillow off of the couch is great to sit on. Kind of sets you up and gives you a little bit more height here. So we're going to go ahead. If you'd like, you can close your eyes or you can leave them open. That's up to you. You can drop your hands in your lap and just let your shoulders relax down your back. And as you begin your practice, we're just going to take a few moments here to notice the body, kind of a full body scan. What areas have tension? Maybe it's the shoulders, and you can move them up towards the ears and then relax them down. Maybe it's the face, and you can scrunch it up and then relax it. If you have your eyes open, that was probably funny, so you can laugh. And then slowly we're going to draw our attention towards the center, toward our breath. Maybe just noticing the inhales and exhales. You can notice if the breath is fast or slow. There's no judgment here. It's just noticing whether you're taking these nice deep inhales in and exhales out, or whether you've got this shallow breath that seems to just stay right here in the chest. And as you notice this, you can begin to extend those inhales and exhales. So you want to take in breath, deep breaths in through the nose. Let it filter all the way down to the lower part of the lungs. And then as we exhale, we want to press that breath out from the bottom all the way to the top. So you can try that again. And we want to try to inhale and exhale through the nose. So these long, deep inhales and exhales are actually meaningful and purposeful breaths. What they do is they signal to the body to calm down and to relax. And as the body calms down, as the shoulders relax, as the eyebrows and forehead relax, slowly the heart rate begins to calm down or slow down. And then maybe even you notice the mind beginning to slow down. And as that mind slows down, maybe you can allow anything in the past and anything in the future to fall away. And we can be in this moment right now, moving through this gentle flow, just trying to do a little something for our bodies. And I promise it will allow you to feel a little bit better. It may even be nice to take a break from homeschooling, laundry, and just regular life. We're going to take just 2 more breaths here as we move into this grounded state of being in this moment. And then wherever you are, if you're sitting up on your pillow, you can move that out of the way. We want to ground down into the floor. You can let your hands relax alongside your body. Now take your shoulders, roll them up towards your ears, and then as you exhale, release those shoulders down. So a bend in the elbows is probably necessary. On the next inhale, arms come up overhead. We reach up nice and high, and we let the gaze look towards the thumbs. Exhale, chin to the chest. Let the hands come alongside the body as you push the sky away. One more time. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, press the sky away. Tuck the chin to the chest. It's just warming up the shoulders. On the next inhale, send the arms up overhead. Exhale, left hand is going to come down to the floor beside you. Right arm is going to reach up over the right ear and towards the left side of the room. You can press this right hip into the mat. Keep it nice and pressed into the mat. And then open up your gaze. So you're looking towards the sky here, just spiraling the chest and heart open, looking up underneath that right arm. One more breath. Inhale, both arms coming up overhead. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up over the left ear towards the right side of the room. Press the left hip into the mat, and then look up underneath that left arm, opening the chest and heart. So push that left arm back. Plant the left hip into the mat, feel the stretch through the side body, and notice my right arm. My elbow is bent. My shoulder's not up in my ears. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, we twist left. So the left hand comes behind the body. The right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. And then you look towards the left side wall or over the left shoulder. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand comes behind the body, left hand to the outside of the left leg. And then we twist. Maybe you look towards the right side wall or over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead, reach up through the fingertips. And as we exhale, we bring the hands in front of the body, walk the hands out, and let the head fall down. So we're bringing the chin to the chest, letting the head hang heavy here, and rooting the hips into the mat. On the next inhale, walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to roll over the shins or send the shins out to one side and come up into a tabletop position. So in your tabletop position, you're going to plant your palms on the mat, a shoulder width distance apart, and then your knees are going to come directly under your hips. So your knees are a hip width distance apart. You're going to untuck those toes and press into the tops of the feet. You want to spread the fingers open wide and press into the palm. Try not to come up onto the fingertips or onto the fingers. On the next inhale, we're going to send the right arm out in front of the body and the left foot is going to kick back. This is your bird dog position. You might want to even look down at the mat. As you exhale, we're going to round the spine, bringing the knee to the elbow. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, round the spine, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Last time. Exhale, round the spine, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. We're going to plant the right hand. Keep that left leg lifted. We're going to sweep the left leg over to the right. Drop it outside of the mat or to the outside of the right foot. And then we're going to just look over our right shoulder back towards that foot, stretching through the left side body. Inhale, we come back center. Bring the left knee back to meet the right. Tabletop position. So from your tabletop position, deep breath in. Left arm goes out. Right foot kicks back. Engage the core. Don't sink into the back like that. Engage that core. Keep that back nice and flat. Exhale, round the spine, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round the spine, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, last time, round the spine, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Drop the left hand down and bring that right foot over to the left side of the, or over the left foot, over to the left side of the left foot. Press into the heel. Look over the left shoulder, back towards that foot. We're stretching through the right side of the body. Inhale, come back center. Bring that right knee to meet the left. We're going to tuck the toes and send the hips high for our first down dog of our practice, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So it may be hard to get into a nice down dog here. If your hamstrings are tight, bend the knees, let the heels come up, and then let the chest sink down towards the mat or towards the thighs. The goal here is to let the head hang. Let the head hang nice and heavy. Look back towards the body. And now we're going to walk our dog out. So bend one knee and then the other. Maybe allowing one heel to come all the way down to the mat, stretching the hamstring. This is a great way to work your way into your down dog. One more breath. Now we find our stillness. And at the bottom of our exhale, we make our way to the top of the mat. For our forward fold, toes and heels are going to want to touch or try to touch here. And then you're going to release the head. So that means that the crown of the head is pointing down towards the floor and we're looking back towards the body. Now, it may not be comfortable for you to touch the floor. You can bend the knees or you can grab a stool and hold on to the stool here or a chair and release the head. And then slowly you work your way down from the stool. It's kind of hard when the upper back is really tight to release in a forward fold. So from here, we're going to grab opposite elbows. Maybe a deep bend in the knees. Let the belly sink down towards the thighs. And then we're going to sway from side to side. Just a gentle sway, releasing the head. So keep looking back towards the body. Drop the hands down. Maybe they touch the floor, maybe they don't, whatever is fine. On the next inhale, we engage the core and rise, sending the arms up overhead when we reach the top, allowing the gaze to look up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So let's move through our first vinyasa of our practice. If you need the stool, keep it close by. We come to the top of the mat with our toes and heels touching. If you can't get there, that's fine. We want to get close. With the feet, we want to set up the foundation of our Tadasana mountain pose with integrity. And how we do this is we press through the four corners of the feet. So imagine my hand is a foot and not grip with the toes. So let the toes hang just regular. Don't grip with them. Maybe lift them up. Press through these two corners of the pads in the top and then the two corners of the heel. And as we come up our mountain, we're going to tuck the pelvis. So a lot of times we have this, might be a little exaggerated, but we have this tilt of the pelvis that tilts us forward. We want to engage the core, round the spine under, kind of tuck the spine under at the bottom. So we have this nice flat line from the spine, from the top of the spine to the bottom. Not that curve that we sometimes get. This means the core is going to be engaged. And we're going to come up here to the chest. And when we come up to the chest, a lot of times we'll notice our shoulders start to round in. Our arms are coming in front of us. I want to open that up by rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and then down, bringing the palms open. You'll just notice that the rotation of the palms actually helps open up the shoulders. So even if you just play with that, if the palms are forward, your shoulder heads round forward. As you open up, palms face the front of your mat, you'll notice that your shoulder heads roll back and you're available here to open up the chest. On the next inhale, send the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. You can swan dive or come right down the middle, your choice. Release the crown of the head as we've discussed before. Let everything hang heavy. You can use your stool here if you need it. Inhale, we're going to halfway lift. That means your hands are going to come to your shin. Your back is going to lift up to a flat position. And then you're going to look forward. And you're going to think of this time as a time to grow long through the spine, maybe through the chest or the chin. So reaching out towards the front of the mat. And then exhale, we release. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Reach forward. Exhale, drop the hands down. We're going to step the right leg back, starting out with our low lunge. In low lunge, your ankle is underneath your knee. So this is a nice 90-degree angle. You're working to get this thigh parallel to the floor. You want to get the back leg straight by pushing up through the hamstring and out through the heel. And then the hips come down. If you want to modify, you drop the back knee and untuck the toes. You still keep that nice 90-degree angle in this left leg. Everyone else can go ahead. If your back leg is up, you can go ahead and drop that back knee down, untuck those toes. We're going to shift the hips forward. This is our Anjali Asana monkey pose. So notice how I went from a nice low lunge, shifting the hips forward. My knee is now tracking over my ankle. We're really sinking down into those hip flexors. We're going to take a deep breath in, send the arms up overhead if you'd like. Hands can come to the hips. Sometimes on the floor is not accessible to people, so remember your stool is great right here. A few deep breaths. So on the next exhale, we're going to shift the hips back, straighten the front leg, heel comes to the mat, toes come off, toes can come up towards the ceiling or can point to the front of the mat. Either way, just working to stretch this back hamstring right here. I'm going to take the left hip, push it back. Right hip comes forward, keep the hips nice and square. You can plant the hands on either side of the foot or leg, whatever feels good for your body. If you need to come up, you can always bring your stool to one side. Some books here too might be helpful. You can fold down if you want a little bit more. One more breath. We're moving really slow so you can really get into the poses. On the next inhale, come forward, shifting the hips forward just like we did in Anjali Asana, our monkey pose. Try to plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back leg, step the left foot back to meet the right, plank pose. Now you can always drop down to the knees, untuck the toes, and shift the hips forward for your modified plank pose. Next is Chaturanga. We're going to hold this plank pose for just a minute longer while we rotate the elbows towards the back wall, pull them in, and then lower down with control. Press into the palms, and on the inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Press into the tops of the feet, engage the glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, bring it in between the hands. Low lunge. Remember, you can always drop that back knee if you want. We want to keep the front knee in line with the ankle, however, because we're doing our low lunge. Plant the left hand. Take a deep breath in. Send the right arm high for your twist. Exhale, right hand comes down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, step the left foot forward to meet the right, forward fold, release the head. Inhale, we rise. Send the arms up overhead, palms come together. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's try it again. Second side. Tadasana, mountain pose. You remember the drill. Tuck the pelvis, chest and heart comes forward. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, grow long. Exhale, drop the hands down, step the left foot back this time, low lunge. Remember that 90-degree angle here. Straighten the back leg, push up through the hamstring, out through the heel. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. We're going to shift the hips forward for our Anjali Asana monkey pose. On the inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. We're going to shift the hips back, straightening the front leg. Heel to the mat, toes up or pointed forward. Either way is fine. This is your Hanuman Asana or half splits. On the next inhale, we come forward. Anjali Asana, keep the hands down, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Step the right foot back to meet the left, plank pose. Stay in plank pose or drop down to the knees if you'd like. Chaturanga, come forward on the toes, rotate the elbows towards the back wall, lower down with control. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Use your core to lift your hips. On the next inhale, lift the left leg and bring it forward in between the hands. Low lunge. Now, a lot of times people's leg don't get there. That's fine. God gave us hands. We can use them. Remember, you can always drop down to the back knee if you'd like and untuck the toes. Just keep that 90-degree angle in the front knee. We're going to come into our twist. Plant the right hand. Take a deep breath in. Send the left arm high for your twist. Exhale, left hand comes down. The bottom of your exhale, right foot comes forward to meet the left. Forward fold. Release the crown of the head. On the inhale, we rise, engage the core. Send the arms up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale, hands come to heart center. All right, guys. So that was our nice little flow. We're going to come down to the mat and cool down for just a minute before we finish up. So as you come down to the mat, in whatever comfortable position that you'd like to take, comfortable seated position, we're going to make our way down to the mat with just a little bit of core work. So we're going to send the feet out in front of us for staff pose. We're going to take a deep breath in, send the arms up overhead, reach up nice and high. Exhale, we come forward, fold, touching the toes if we can, or the shins or alongside the legs. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, we're going to go all the way back to laying down. Send the arms up overhead. Reach the hands towards the back of the room, the toes towards the front of the mat. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. About a mat width distance apart. If you don't have a mat, a little bit further than your hips. Let the knees knock in. Release any pressure on the hips. We always finish our yoga practice with a twist or, just twist of the lower back. And so to do that, you can bring your arms out to a T. Let the knees fall over to the right side. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale, bring them back center. Exhale, let the knees fall over to the left. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring them back center. We're going to finish our practice bringing the knees into the chest, wrapping the forearms around the shin. You can bring the forehead to the knees if that feels good. A big full body squeeze, and as you exhale, we release into our final relaxation, Shavasana. Legs go out long, arms come alongside the body, palms face up. Let the feet fall over to the side. I'm going to sit up, but you guys can stay right where you are so you can hear me. I just wanted to let you guys have a moment here in your Shavasana before we finish. In your Shavasana, maybe closing your eyes and releasing control of the breath, the body, and the mind. Maybe as you lay in this pose, you might notice that the body feels a little different. And hopefully that's for the better. This moment, this pause, allows the energy to flow through the body and the benefits of the practice that you just did to sink into the body. And it gives you one last moment in this present time to relax. And I thank you guys for practicing with me. Namaste. And while you're waking up from your Shavasana, hopefully you've enjoyed your practice. And I just want to remind you guys to subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when we go live. Also, like the video if you would. If you like this content, you can use the link in the description to the evaluation. Let us know what we can do, how we can make better content for you, or how we're doing. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 11:30 for Stress and Type with Cameron Lowe, our County Extension Director. See you guys.